I think finding the match between your child and the way you parent is sometimes very hard. So for example, we know that ADHD runs in families. So it is not unusual that I will have a child who's diagnosed with ADHD whose mother is entrusted with their care also has ADHD. So I present something like, okay, we're going to be very structured and we're going to be very organized, and mom looks at me and she says, maybe you haven't seen my desk. You know, that there is no way I can organize my child. So sometimes we know the kids need more structure, and what we end up doing is helping the parent first structure themselves in ways that's amenable for them, and then helping the child. You know, it is often hard for a parent who is very authoritarian, and that has worked for 4 of her other children, but this 5th child who's very sensitive, and she needs to take into account those characteristics of the child as well. So we know what parenting for what disorders might be helpful, and we know that we also have to match how parents can do it. You know, I've had parents come into my office and say, you know, the charts that you give me work, you know, all those tokens work, but I can't do it as much as you're asking. So we have to work with them. The same happens in schools. Teachers want the kids to have a good educational experience. They want them to sit, they want them to learn, but they can't necessarily give them feedback at the frequency we would like. So we work with styles in a way. We also try and teach parents that even if they have one parenting style that has been certainly working with all their other kids, sometimes the disorder itself does call for them to do a very specialized parenting for that child. And they have to learn it. It's a skill that most parents can learn when they're motivated.